Hi and welcome to the channel. The Premier League transfer window is shut, and so I'm releasing a series of videos over the next week and a half, giving my opinion and assessing the transfers right here on the Football Fan Zone. Okay, so I'm going to start off this series with my beloved football club, and that's Chelsea. And probably worth mentioning before we go into the details that when it comes to assessing a transfer window, that a true assessment can't really be done until the end of the season. For example, at the end of last season, Arsenal, for example, were touted as the team that won the transfer window. That's what was described by various news outlets and journalists and so on. Arsenal won the transfer window, they signed Willian, re-signed David Luiz, they brought in Partey, etc., etc. And that was, this was going to be enough for them to really challenge and push on, and that they'd won the transfer window. They then went on to finish 8th and have their worst season in 26 years. So it's a transfer window can't really be fully assessed until the end of the season, because that's when you know whether the transfer window the summer before has made a difference. So we are going purely on a theoretical basis here at the moment, but the reality is we won't know the real assessment of a transfer window until May, once the season's finished. So Chelsea, just let's have a look firstly at what they've done in terms of transfers in and transfers out. Right, so I've come over to the Absolutely Chelsea page over on Fan Nation. I'll put a link in the description there for source and for reference. So looking at the summer signings coming in, we've got Marcus Bettinelli for free, so there's no value in that. Obviously Lukaku, which is the main transfer, for 97.5 million quid, and Saul Niguez on loan with an option to buy for 30 million quid. So that is a total of 97.5 million pounds in. And when it comes to going out, and there's quite a few. In fact, I think that's probably Chelsea. A lot of teams say about how that a transfer window can be based only on players coming in. Well, actually, when you look at what Chelsea have done in terms of outgoings, Tomori to AC Milan, 25 million quid. Obviously, Tomori came through the youth, through the ranks, so that's 25 million quid profit. Olivier Giroud for an undisclosed fee. It's reported to be about £1 million or so. Victor Moses to Spartak Moscow, 4.5 million quid. Forgotten man, Victor Moses. Tino Livramento to Southampton for 5 million quid. And we've got a few again, like Lewis Bates, Leeds United. That's reported for around about £1.5 million or so. Lewis McCormick to FC Wimbledon and so on. Other ones of note, Tammy Abraham for 34 million quid. David Zappacosta, 8.5 million quid. I can pronounce his right name right. Ugbo to Genk, 5 million quid, and Kurt Zouma for 29.8 is what's been reported as the fee. Again, some of these fees are going to fluctuate a little bit based on whether they're add-ons or whether it's a flat fee. And again, a load more of undisclosed loans and so on and so forth. So I think Chelsea's total outgoings was around 110 million quid from disclosed, when by the time you add on the undisclosed, for example, there's a young lad, Crystal Palace, where is he? Blah, blah, blah. Not Conor Gallagher. Up here. He's around there somewhere. Maybe it was Conor Gallagher. An undisclosed fee. Oh no, it's a loan. There we go. There he is. Right, found him in the end. Yeah. So Mark Gui. My pronunciation on name is shocking, so I apologise. That's reported to have been around about 18 million quid. So it's all those undisclosed. It is reported to be around about 18 million quid. If that's right, by the time you add on the loans and various other undisclosed, million here, million there, and so on, the total amount of outgoings, it actually tops 130 million quid for Chelsea, with less than £100 million spent, just under £100 million spent. That means about 30 or just over £30 million profit. That's extraordinary transfer business. And it also means that 2 of the last 3 summer transfer windows, Chelsea have turned over a transfer net profit. Obviously, last season they had a massive outlay in terms of bringing in the likes of Havertz, Werner, etc. But yeah, you got to take the hats off them to make some transfer business. And more importantly, do I believe that they have improved their squad? Things like, I don't think you can. I don't think anyone can deny that the squad this season is stronger than the squad last season. First, I think you've got a much better Havertz. Havertz, the one that arrived, was a top player. But it's taken them a while to get into the flow of the Premier League. Long COVID has obviously affected him as well, but now he looks like a complete player. It looks like he can do anything. And of course, having Lukaku, that focal point up front, which they missed last season massively. The amount of chances they create, couldn't score goals. So when I look at Chelsea, and I think, okay, they've made a £30 million profit, yet improved their squad. And now they are one of perhaps even the title favourites. A lot of pundits are backing Chelsea this season to go all the way. Now, again, as I said at the start of the video, you can't gauge a team's full success in the transfer window until the end of the season. But certainly on paper, when you look at the theoretical side, theoretically, you could argue they've had a very good transfer window. I think the only disappointment was Koundé not making it from Seville for whatever reason that was in the end. The asking price went up or whatever. But they have got that young lad Chalobah coming through. And you know what? I'm quite looking forward to seeing him play as well. So, but that might come back. If anything, that's going to come back to haunt them later throughout the season as we progress and injuries and suspensions come in. That might be one of them, but that remains to be seen. But on the whole, I would give Chelsea a solid 8 out of 10, in my opinion, for their transfer business. They have improved on last season. That is the main thing. The whole point of a transfer window is to try and improve your squad on the squad that you had previously. They won the Champions League last season. They're going to go for the Premier League this season, and they probably had a transfer window to back that. So that is my thoughts, a rough thought on Chelsea Football Club and their transfer business. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What marks would you give Chelsea for their transfer business out of 10 this season? Realistic, obviously, being realistic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like the video, don't forget to like the button. Don't forget to click subscribe. We are going to be announcing a giveaway within the next 7 days or so. So keep an eye out for that. But the best way is, if you're subscribed, click that notification bell. That way you'll get notifications when we release videos. And that's all for this video. I'll see you on the next one discussing another team's transfer window activity.